It's Friday Night Live. We're back again. I have a little bit of air conditioning, not a lot. Once I stop moving, I'll be cooler. How was your first day of summer? Was it good? Hello, Donnie. I hope it was. Hang on one second. It's pretty warm here. It's a little hot. It's a little hot. But I just, gonna have myself a fake beer. Your first day of summer was hot in Indiana? Yeah, it was really, really, really windy here. The wind just died down, but I was walking and it was like a half of a hurricane. It was like 40 mile an hour gusts. Who's from Rockport? Oh, Mary's in Rockport. Welcome. I'll see you at the Bunker Hill reenactment. Yes, we've managed to make it this far. Yeah, so now we're we're plumb into global climate change weather. Yes. Yeah, I'm not complaining. It's fine. I just got a little overheated a little while ago, but this isn't sweat. This is my hair wet. Lots to go over. I'm glad that you're here. I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that we get together. It keeps me sane. I hope it keeps you sane. We do our best to stay sane. That's why we do Off the Ledge every day. And yeah, I can't complain about the heat. I'm not going to complain about the heat because we had really a lot of really cold, nasty weather for a while. So earlier I channeled some revolutionary soldiers, so make sure you catch that. I went out to the place where the Battle of Bunker Hill reenactment will be held, because that's where I do my videos from frequently. Did you like that one? So I got to the spot and I went, oh my gosh, I could have sworn I packed my cards in my little bag. I didn't pack my cards in my little bag. And I almost just said, forget it, I'll do it later. But then something said, stay here and do a different kind of a psychic reading. And so what I did was I decided to just tap into the energy in that location, because part of the American Revolution was fought right there on that land, and the energy came through of the revolutionary soldiers. And you like that? And I was like pleased, surprised and pleased, and certain things stuck with me, and I'll go watch it again. But when I kind of was tapping in and asking, what about this that we're going through in America right now with this tyrant Trump, right? And I just got this, oh my gosh, you guys, this is easy, right? Compared to what they called him a tyrant. They kept saying tyrant. Hey Damon, you're watching on your TV? All right. I kept getting tyrant. Let me show you what I made earlier, because I'm going to go out there in the morning before I head off to Salem. And I just made this because I felt like I'm going to go to the reenactment, but I can't stay the whole day because I have to work. But I just made this. It's not done yet. I have to fill it in. E pluribus unum. You like? E pluribus unum. And I'm going to just hang it on the railing. And that, I felt like, I wanted to make a banner that says no kings, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be like, this is American, e pluribus unum. And I will, I'll fill that in. I just went to the store and got some markers to fill that in red letters. Nobody can look at me and go, oh, you're one of those libs. Because I literally walked by a guy today on the boulevard and he had a shirt on that said 45, 47. And I had this thought, it's not even worth it. If somebody's a MAGA and they don't get it, it's not even worth it, because it's glaringly obvious that what's going on with Tyrant Dumpy, is basically the same thing that went on with King George, right? A thought. I had a thought. Right? That it's not worth it. Because there's so much right now that is just obvious that he hates the American people. That Donald Trump hates the American people. He hates us. Yeah, so they're crazy, right? That is crazy. I didn't feel compelled to ask him any questions. I mean, I check in with myself. Just like I checked in with, should I write a sign that says E pluribus unum? Or should I have a sign that says no kings? And I went with E pluribus unum. I like it. I think it came out good. This is a nice piece of, it's a tablecloth that had stains on it. We have to fight. We have to fight. We have to fight. We have to fight. When we fight, we win. We have to fight. I don't get time will tell. No. Okay. I'm backing up. I'm backing up. Awesomeness. No, we're not in time will tell. We're in activation mode. This same thing, and the other thing that I got from the Revolutionary Soldiers' spirits was, because I asked, how is Dumpy like, I think I said the tyrant, because they were referring to him as a tyrant, they just kept saying tyrant. How is he the same as King George? And I heard this, that they're all they need, their focus is only on all the gold, and that's it. That's the only thing. Yes, we act. Awesomeness, where are you? We act. You like my sign? It's not like we're at it. Yeah, it's not time will tell. It's not, oh, we'll see what happens. It's not, oh, we'll wait for the midterms. And I'm not picking on you. I'm just making a point. I'm just making a point. That I have heard this. I heard it from Jerry Nadler earlier in the day at an interview. I've heard it from Hakeem Jeffries. I've heard them say things like, well, we have to wait till the midterms. No, they're shipping people into concentration camps. Innocent fellow humans. I don't care what their immigration status is. Some of them have been here for 4 decades and they have families. They're whisking them off the street and they disappear them and they send them to concentration camps. This is Nazism. It's what it is. Trump has been ordered to release Cahill. There's so many. We are the last guardrail, and I just want you all to know, like Mega Karen is saying, we are the last guardrail. And the next rally is not July 17th. The next rally is July 4th. And there is a rally on July 17th, and thanks for putting that up there. There is a rally on July 4th. And I want to encourage you. The courts move too slow. It's up to us. We're the coup. I want to encourage you. Every city, town that I know has a 4th of July parade, has an Independence Day parade. When I marched in the parade last year, young women came up to me and thanked me profusely and said they couldn't believe that there was nobody but me in the Independence Day parade that had anything to do with democracy. And I don't like that. I don't want it to be that way. So what I've heard from people that head up Indivisible is that if you don't see a rally in your town, then you are the rally. There are people that are out there rallying every single day. And I heard Simon Rosenberg say earlier that we don't even have to call it a protest. We can call it a celebration. Yeah, we can call it a celebration. So I want to thank you for being here. You know I'm going to be on my soapbox. Because you know me. It's the first day of summer. It is the solstice. The moon is in Cancer right now. I think. What did I say earlier? I don't know. I'm all mixed up on. I think the moon is in Leo. No, it's in Taurus. Okay, so my moon is in Taurus. It goes into Taurus at 9:53 p.m. Yeah. Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. We won't be backing down. This bill that they're trying to distract us from, the murder bill. So not only are they going in and they're going into nursing homes. I think about this frequently when my dad in his last days was in the nursing home. All the people that worked in this nursing home, sweetest people, most caring people you'll ever meet. They loved their jobs. They told me they loved their jobs. They're from other countries. And I've heard that ICE is going into nursing homes and ICE is going into schools, terrorizing elementary school children. ICE is going into churches. People are praying. ICE is going into community events. ICE is going everywhere and rounding up people that have done nothing. That's you and me that have done nothing. That there's no cause to round them up, to disappear them, and to put them onto airplanes and send them to effing Sudan. Send them to a concentration camp. How is this different from Hitler? Just in terms of that basic premise. We do pray for Trump to be gone. We pray all the time. Rise up. This big bad murder bill would also shut down the nursing homes, and it would also shut down the hospitals. It would shut down. It's bad enough we have a healthcare issue in this problem, and now they want to shut down. This is what they want to do. They want to take away our healthcare. He needs to be dragged out of the White House. I absolutely disagree with anybody who says we have to wait and see what happens. I'm just talking about anytime I hear that. And if you hear somebody say that, set them straight, please. You'll feel better. Thank you, Zircon. I'm glad I'm here too. They also have gone into meatpacking places. Would you want to work in a meatpacking plant? But these people they'll do any jobs just to be in this country. Not anymore, right? Who wants to be here with this? Taking migrants off the farms. Taking people out of the Home Depots. Half of this country is immigrants. Maybe I'm overestimating, but it's not 10%. And I hear Jerry Nadler saying, oh, well, you know, in the midterms, the Democrats will be in charge. Yeah, fuck waiting until the midterms. Exactly. He needs to get out now. This is a national emergency. And in many ways, this is an international emergency. So let's take a look at what cards we have. The time is now. Thank you. Thank you for being on board with that. No, we will not make it till the midterms. We can't make it through another 4 weeks of this. Yesterday was too late. I'm all fired up. It is the first day of summer. He's an enemy of the United States of America, working for the enemy of the United States of America. Can you write the military? I'm sure you could. When I went to Washington, D.C. last year in August to go to Glenn Kirshner's event, I talked to a couple of Capitol Police outside the Capitol, and I told them I had a song that I wanted them to hear about January 6th. And they told me like where to send it. I didn't end up sending it, but I need to do that. So yeah, if you inquire about where to send a letter to the military, I'm sure there'll be a way to get to them. So there, this whole Iran thing, I mean, it's been absolute, you couldn't even have imagined this amount of chaos. But the fact that we're in this amount of chaos when the American people, most of us, knew Dumpy won. And we knew he incited a violent insurrection. We knew he worked for Putin. Most Americans didn't vote for him. Most Americans didn't vote for him. As far as how it is for me on my channel, this is really just a labor of love. Because I know we need to come together. It's not, it's really getting to the point where it's not anything but that. It's just important. The whole Iran thing. It's all to distract you. This is what we did in 2017. Now we're back here. Let's ask this. Are they going to pass that border bill? Are they going to pass that border bill? I said it wrong. That's not what I meant. I know, the beer looks good, doesn't it? Let's try that again. I had the border on my mind because I was talking about ice. Are they going to pass the murder bill? No. Maybe there's a budget bill too. The United States of America, I just want to remind everybody. I misspoke. I didn't mean to say border bill. I was thinking of ice. It happens. It's the heat. No. I misspoke. Oopsie! No, it said that no, the murder bill won't pass. Okay. Will we be able to stop ICE? I have a yes on that. You want to ask the universe, or Electric Storm is saying, I want to ask the universe, is this worth it? Do we really have to go through this? We can't advance human society until we address this. You got a yes too? We cannot, yes, Dodger Stadium, stop them. We, the people, can stop this crap. And we have to. We can't stand by when our neighbors are being whisked away, their families left behind, their children screaming, and they never see them again. We can't just stand by, right? So, this country was doing great. This country has great potential to do great again. This country was doing great under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. This country does great when Democrats are in charge. We have everything in place. We have the foundational structure of a functional, amazing democracy with a thriving economy where everyone can get their fair chance and their fair share. We have the potential for all that. The groundwork is there. It's greed and evil Yes, we need to teach the children about democracy. That's the message I got from our revolutionary soldiers. Canada will lift us up. Thank you. So, the problem is, and I just started reading a book about demonology that was written by a priest. And he was talking about the signs of evil. And the signs of evil are all over this fascist regime. Everywhere. When people can inflict harm on fellow human beings and not care, that is evil, and that is of the demonic. Okay? So let's just know what we're dealing with. In Germany in the 1930s and 40s, those, all Hitler's troops, they were doing dark magic. Okay? This is that. I don't know if they're doing dark magic, but this is that. Yeah, I can't look and listen to them either, even though I have been lately. It affects you in such a way that your physiology changes. They're all going down, I agree. But they're going down because of us. In this country, what the murder bill is doing is it's actually going after poor people to take their money and to take their health care and to take all that they're struggling with and to kick them while they're down and to make it worse and to steal their money in the form of higher taxes for the poor people and the middle class. For what end? For what end? For this end. So that the mega wealthy, the MAGA wealthy, the mega wealthy can have more money. That's the reason. That's the reason. Yeah, I'm aware it's been going on a long time, but this has gotten into the fascist territory. So, you guys are crying? Yeah, we need to teach children this behavior is not normal, because if you know somebody who's 20, their main president that they've known is dumpy. So just know that most people are good and most people are against this. And the good news is, as unbelievable as it is, people like Joe Rogan, and I hate to even say the name Alex Jones, and I hate to say the name Steve Bannon, and all of them. We talked about this yesterday during a pop-up. They're mad at Trump. They're mad at Trump. MAGA is splitting. It's falling apart. They're losing their support for him. This is what had to happen. This is one of the stages of what had to happen to turn this around. Which is, part of the reason that I think the universe wants us to sort this out. We need to purge this evil. Let's see, what do we want to read? What cards do we want to read? I have the Deviant Moon. Candace Owen is turning on him? Yeah. Get out there and protest. I want to just mention about Joe Rogan. About a year or so ago, remember I said Sadhguru is in LA? Sadhguru has powerful energy. And about a year or so ago, Joe Rogan interviewed Sadhguru. He sat with Sadhguru in a room together. That kind of thing doesn't happen without it having an effect on a person. Because when somebody's that advanced of a being, there are several on the planet. Sadhguru isn't the only one. I think that Joe Rogan, as much as I cannot stand him, and because he supported Dumpy so much, I think he opened up his eyes. Thank you, Warren, for putting my info up there. So let's pull 3 cards about Stephen Miller, because talk about the Antichrist. just going to really just go there. This is so... Joe is hot to you? Damon? I'm just going to say what it is. It's the demonic at work. Yes. They're splitting from Trump. Amanda can't believe it. All right. 3 cards about Stephen Miller. I don't feel good things for him. And remember, Damon Rose is saying for you to raise your bar. Stephen Miller's, Elon stole Stephen Miller's wife. Remember that? I'm reading on Stephen Miller. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there was some kind of a meeting. And Stephen Miller was upset that they weren't getting enough people rounded up. They have a quota. Remember we talked about that? Yeah, if I was married to him, I definitely would leave. Oh, I can't even... Yikes. Terry. I can't unthink that. I'll try. He actually was angry. Stephen Miller was angry. It's okay. He was angry that they hadn't rounded up enough immigrant criminals because there were barely any. Can we just be clear? The word on the street is Steve Miller is being dropped by Dumpy? Really? We can read on it. Yeah. So Stephen Miller literally said, okay, if you can't find enough criminals that are immigrants, then just round up any of them. John's in the house. Hi, John. So Stephen Miller, that's the 4 of Pentacles. He is kind of nervous that something's going to get taken from him. Yeah, he has Vlad the Impaler vibes. That's true. I don't know where my nefarious people cards went. Go turn up. The 6 of Cups. What the issue that's going to really sink Stephen Miller is how much it's out in the public eye that he's ripping families apart and disappearing parents and disappearing brothers and sisters and grandmothers. That's really going to be a problem for him. That's going to be a problem for him. Please hit the thumbs up. So I see the 4 of Pentacles. What he's actually doing, it's called human trafficking. And so there's something in it for him. There's also something in it for Dumpy. He was Jeffrey Epstein's buddy, Dumpy was. Right? You're going to sign into your Dancing Warrior after, so you can use... Oh, okay. Let's pull 3 cards about Dumpy. He just had a press conference. I caught a couple of Midas Touch vids just a little while ago. So Dumpy had a press conference, and he's completely off the rails. I cannot believe that the Republicans aren't doing anything about this. Completely off the rails. The reporters are asking him questions, and he's literally standing there and saying to the reporters, "You're really in danger being here." Let's ask what that was about. Telling the reporters that were asking him questions that they're in great danger to be there. He was saying that. He was off the fucking rails. I'm not kidding you. Yeah. And he is, and he's on his way to Bedminster. You heard a comment that Puerto Ricans are being sent to Puerto Rico. You're not surprised? They detained Puerto Ricans and deported them. I don't know, Maria. Can you ask me a simple question around that? Yeah, he's Mussolini, that's for sure. He said it like 3 or 4 times. He said those reporters that were just there asking him questions were in great danger. So let's just see. Let's just read about that press conference, and we'll ask a couple more questions about what the hell's going on with him. I'm going to try to end on time tonight because it's the 50th anniversary of the movie Jaws. Did you guys know that? I just completely segued. Did you guys know that? The movie Jaws, Jaws 1, the original, was made 50 years ago. And I'm going to go watch it with my mom. When I was a kid, I wouldn't watch that movie. You knew that? Bum, 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 bum. And then on July 10th, there's a program on, a documentary about the making of Jaws and how challenging it was. And Steven Spielberg thought his career was over. There's a new Jaws coming out. You weren't allowed to watch it as a kid. I was afraid to watch it. Because I wanted to not be afraid to go into the water. Oh, Darren, Church of Spirituality is at the same time this Sunday. It's the 29th that it will be 9 a.m. All right, I just segued all over the place. I won't be as afraid. I won't be as afraid to see Jaws. I'm bigger now. So Dumpy was telling the reporters that they were in danger, and this is what that was about. Because he's really trying to throw out the United States Constitution, and he knows that he can't. He's trying. He's trying. The 9 of Swords, the 2 of Swords. Dumpy's between a rock and a hard place. So he said that to the reporters. This is why he said that to those reporters. Because he doesn't want to be asked questions. Because he wants to be a full-on dictator. Where he doesn't have to ask questions. Answer questions. So the Justice card is here. That's what that was about. He's really irritated. And I get the sense, too, that he's very uncomfortable physically. Are they showing Jaws in my neck of the woods? I think Jaws is going to be at the cinema, the original one, for like a week or so in this area. Okay, so why he was being nasty to those reporters was because he knows that they have a right to ask questions and he doesn't like it. And the 9 of Swords, and he's very concerned about all the things he could get stopped by. And the 2 of Swords is he's in a very, very uncertain position in his mind. I feel like, and he's on his way to Bedminster to go golfing. I feel like what's going on with him right now, plus E. Jean Carroll just came out with her book, right? I want to get that book. I love the way she talks about Dumpy, like he's a big nothing. He's a big nothing. I get that he's afraid. I definitely get that he's afraid. I'm sorry I keep switching subjects. Yes, the psychic party for members is tomorrow night. 7 to 8. Yeah, E. Jean Carroll is great. So I think what's going on with Dumpy is he's got so much coming at him, and he's really mad about that. Imagine that, Trump golfing, right? And I think he's physically uncomfortable. Like, I kind of feel like he was, like, aggravated because he was hot and they were asking him questions, and so he just lashed out and said that they were in danger. I don't know what kind of danger he meant. He was completely deranged. And has anyone noticed he won't take the stupid hat off? He won't take the stupid hat off. He's in danger, right? Master of projection, right? 8647. I'm going to go make that sign in seashells in the near future. Is he afraid that he's just going to be caught? Oh, I'm picking up big fear. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's uncanny. Or maybe that's the wrong word. It's astonishing how everything that he says is a projection. And you know, for some reason, I always have that line in my head. If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. Because he said that on January 6th to his buffoon followers that were brainwashed. I don't know. It's bad. He's trying to scare his base into agreeing to World War III. I think he's trying to distract people. He keeps losing in court. Yep. Let's ask if Stephen Miller has gotten thrown out. Because I heard that, I mean, somebody was saying the other night that Kristi Noem got let go. And Stephen Miller was taking her place, and I didn't get that. Yeah, Dumpy has good reason to be paranoid. Is Stephen Miller being resigned? It's up in the air right now. The walls are closing in on him. I always do see that too. Not yet, not quite. All right. Let's read on Putin. We have 200 in the house. I don't think we're going to get to 200 thumbs up. We'll have to wait on the group hug. I'm not reading on that, Cheryl. Is Dumpy going to pardon the man who killed Minnesota lawmakers? It's too raw. Okay. Yeah, maybe Stephen Miller's wife saw that he was going to get in trouble. I can't believe she went with Elon. That's so weird. Did she have a... I'll read on Putin in a second. Thank you, Terry. Did Stephen Miller's wife have a sense that he was going to get caught? Interesting. Yes. Envision Stephen Miller going down. You're speaking my language, Dale. Yay! I'm going to pull 3 cards about Putin. I told you 3 weeks ago Putin has lost the war. I stand by that. Just because they're still fighting doesn't mean they're winning. Putin. He's appealing. Putin is isolated. Just like Dumpy. The Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. He's appealing to other nations to get them to send troops. Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. I don't know what he's offering other countries for them to send troops to Russia, but I don't get that it's working at all. Maybe he's just hoping for that. I know, I heard that the Minnesota killer got let out on bail. There are certain things that I can't process. Really, there are certain things that I can't process, so I won't look at them. As far as Putin goes, he's trying to round up more troops. Remember he had the mercenaries with Prigozhin? He's trying to do that kind of thing, like North Korea. But he really is, Putin is really isolated. He's isolated. Let's ask this. Does Putin have what he needs to win the war? No, he does not. Thank you, Zircon. Michael Garrity's moving north. I think you'll be glad that you are. They're building crematoriums in back of the detention centers and prisons. Does this sound familiar? Where? I missed that thread. Yes, Barbara, that's what somebody's putting in the comments, and I did hear that huge demon that murdered the people in Minnesota is out on bail. So since you guys brought it up and I didn't want to think about it, I'm just going to pull 3 cards about it. Yeah, CM, where did you get that information? I'm going to pull 3 cards about that just because it got brought up. He will go to prison. I feel like he'll get the death sentence. I don't know if that's a thing in Minnesota, but I feel like he'll get the death sentence. That guy's life is over. And I get really messed up. Really messed up. I don't know who's... I mean, I would complain. Somebody's going to bump him off. Let's see what the likelihood of that is. Will somebody bump him off? Nope. I don't know his name. I don't want to know his name. The murderer in Minnesota last weekend. They had a beautiful vigil at the State House in Minnesota. Let me ask this. Will he get the death... I'm picking up he'll get the death penalty. He had a $5 million bail. According to news, he has not been let out. I hope that's right. Has he been let out? Oh no, I think that's fake news that he's been let out on bail. All right. Okay. Jaws is on NBC. That means there'll be commercials. 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. Mary's saying her husband, Victor's been checking this, and welcome to Rockport, by the way. Still in the jailhouse. Good. Good. He's a preacher. Well, he's actually a demon. Clooney's movie on Jim Jordan will be on HBO. We've been waiting a whole year. Oh my goodness. Wow. Isn't that a cool factoid about Steven Spielberg? He made that movie and it was huge hit, but while he was making it, he thought it would be his biggest failure and his career was over. I just think that's poetic. You walked out of Jaws when you were 12? I don't blame you. A lot of preachers are sociopaths. I'm not. Yes, I do. I pop in on my mom every night that I can. Okay. Just to check in. We do diamond art. Do you guys know the diamond art? How to do that diamond art? Do I have some here? I'll show you next time. All right, let's pull 3 cards on the murder bill. Yes. 3 cards on the murder bill. You guys should come to Massachusetts this summer, don't you think? The murder bill. It's gonna be delayed. 3 of Pentacles, they're trying to make it worse. Since it's delayed, the American people have more time to protest. And the King of Pentacles, I feel like the MAGA Republicans are trying to really be oligarchs like Russia. Everything that Dumpy is doing, there's a total parallel with Putin. It's very, very obvious. Threatening to invade a neighboring country where the citizens, care about each other, they like each other. So I'm gonna actually pull 3 more cards about the murder bill. I'm picking up delays. I'm picking up that there are some MAGA Republicans that are trying to make it worse for the American people. I'm picking up that it's the same playbook as Putin, having all those oligarchs around them. Boy, you know, they should think about their fate after they die. Thanks, Terry. It's so nice to have you here helping. And thank you to all the wrenches, too. Yeah, Dumpy had all these bruises on his hand. That's right. We'll read on that, too. So some of the MAGA Republicans want to even... Boy, they're angry humans, aren't they? They're miserable, angry humans. They just like to inflict pain. It's the same thing that happened in Russia with the oligarchs. They just want... It's me, greed. I don't care about those poor people. Wow. Let's send out some hearts. Well, you know, just know that we have the power. We do have the power. I'm laughing because somebody's saying it's hard for me. It's Arsino. I hope that shark has lived a happy life since then. The shark wasn't real. 3 more cards about the murder bill. I'm sorry we're not going to get to 200 thumbs up today. I'm sorry that YouTube hates me. I don't know. I just don't know what to do. Some people can't find the join button. I think it also falls under C perks. I don't know why. If I write to YouTube about it, they're going to tell me to log out of my account, and I don't trust them not to just cancel my whole account. It's true. More about the murder bill. Oh, interesting. It gets shot down. The Empress is here. It gets quickly shot down. And I get it back, go back to the drawing board. But the King of Pentacles is like, man, those dark money people, they're just going to keep pounding away and pounding away and pounding away. Thank you, Rondaroo. Pounding away. This reminds me that I did see a clip of Kamala Harris on Juneteenth yesterday. And boy, that woman, she's got some really intense, she's got some amazing energy. She, you know, and you know, when I think about Kamala and I think about this country needs to earn a leader like that. It was like a 5-minute speech, I think. Maybe I can call it up. The last time I played you something from Kamala, Kathy Beale sent it to me. Last time I played something from Kamala, I got a copyright strike. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care. I'm going to play this for you, because you'll be inspired. Here we go. It's on Threads.
A promise of freedom, liberty, and justice.
Oh.
The story of Juneteenth, as we celebrate it, is the story of our ongoing fight to realize America's promise. Not for some, but for all. So as we gather tonight, let us remember the words of the great Coretta Scott King. The fight for civil rights must be fought and won with each generation. She reminds us that our freedoms will not be permanent unless we, in each generation, are vigilant to protect them. So let us all stand together as Americans to teach and honor our history, to protect our liberty, and to continue the fight for freedom. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you. America is a promise of freedom, liberty, and justice. The story of Juneteenth, as we celebrate it.
Yeah. We could have had Kamala, but we need to earn a leader like that. Let's pull 3 cards on her. No tea leaves tonight, it's too hot. Beer instead. And the other day, I just want to, we're going to read on Kamala. Brilliant. Brilliant. We have to get rid of MAGA before we have Kamala. We will. I'm going to read 3 cards on that. I know some of you are saying the join button isn't showing up. Send me an email at netdion7@gmail.com. Also, see if it says see perks underneath. Because before I go in a few minutes, I want you to know that I want you at the psychic party tomorrow night because it's a solstice party. Read the suds? Read the beer suds? I've never tried that. That's funny. I probably could. On your laptop, it's under C perks. So anyone who's having trouble finding the join button, because I really do want you to join. I want you to be part of my classes, my presentations, the psychic party. It's really a lot of fun. It really kind of highlights what I do. Oh, thank you, Barbara Armstrong, for saying the most benevolent outcome. Read the beer? I can read anything. I see a face in the beer. I can't do that. I can't show it to you. Rendezvous is on the coast of Gold Beach, Oregon. Oh, nice. You're watching from a PC and the button was between my name and the subscribe button. Which level of membership includes? Every level includes my classes. I have it set so if you're a member, you get everything. And you get to decide how much I'm worth to you. It's the easiest thing. Thank you, Josh. It's the easiest way to do it. Okay, and you can always watch it afterwards. 3 cards on Kamala. We'll kind of wind down with that. Don't leave yet. We're not done. If anybody can help me by, me sending you these, and thank you, somebody did. I can send you these. I need help with my business, so I can send you these, and I'll send you like 10 or 20, because I've got lots of them. They're coasters. They come in handy in the summer, especially. So, yes, thank you, Sandy. What a nice way to end the evening. My email address is annettedion7@gmail.com. And you can send me an email through the website, too, psychic@annettedion.com. Kamala, Lady of the Fountain and Justice. What a nice way to end tonight. Thank you for all the love. Lady of the Fountain. I'm reading about Kamala. Just seeing where she's at. King of Swords. That reminds me of Joe Biden. Biden was given a rousing standing ovation at a black church on Juneteenth. Meanwhile, Dumpy wants to get rid of Juneteenth. Big fat jerk. Kamala has a lot of love around her. The appetite for Kamala is growing. Let's really think about this. The MAGAs are getting really angry at Dumpy. I told you this would happen. Yeah. I'm asking about Kamala, and I have the Lady of the Fountain, Justice. Isn't that beautiful? Keep your energy up. That's what we're doing here. I never stop. Have you noticed? I know you do. 10 of Cups, lots of abundance of emotions from people. People love her. We love her. And I was thinking, You know how Dumpy is all about this WWA, what is it? The World Wrestling, whatever. How about WWK, We Want Kamala? What do you think of that? Yep. We want Kamala, and this is the Wheel of Fortune. There will be a change. She's talking to Joe Biden. They're friends. They're talking about the state of things, the state of this union. We're working really hard now. I mean, you gotta look at the miracles. MAGA's mad at Trump. We want Kamala, WWK, right? Honestly. Ten of Cups, King of Swords, Justice, and the Wheel of Fortune. There will be a change. There will be a regime change. Thank you for joining. I noticed that people are saying that they're joining. It's funny if it's not so horrible. Someday we will laugh our asses off. Okay? We even do now. Okay, so I will record as much video as I can tomorrow of the reenactment of the Battle of Bunker Hill being held here in Gloucester, Massachusetts. We have a viewer and her husband. Thank you, John, for rejoining. I appreciate that. You get a bell. Thank you. 2 minutes to Jaws on NBC. I know, I'm going to be a little late. You can watch it in many different places. So I'll do that in the morning, and I will, I'm in Salem tomorrow, but I don't know if I can squeeze in a pop-up tomorrow, but I'll definitely squeeze in an Off the Ledge. Okay? If you have trouble joining, send me an email, netdion7@gmail.com. I love you guys. Don't forget, Sunday is Church of Spirituality, and I'll see you really, really, really soon. Be good to yourselves. Take a break. You'll be glad that you did. Next time we'll get 200 thumbs up and do a group hug. All right. Namaste. Stay cool. See ya. You're welcome. Bye.